intense live stream I think I've ever done. Oh, see, okay, hold on. So basically what I'm doing right now is going live on Living with Luci on Twitch, the Luci Show on YouTube, which luckily I still have that channel, and TikTok. What I'm doing right now, and I'm having a little bit of issue. Let me just mute that. Give me 1 second. Hi. All right, I don't know if Twitch, I'm still on it. I hope I am, but welcome, all of you guys. Thank you so much for joining my stream and hearing out basically my crazy story of what happened with my YouTube channel. So I had my YouTube channel Living with Luci, which now if you Google it, it's completely gone because that's what happens when YouTube like deletes your entire channel. And basically that happened on March 30th of 2023. So literally like 10 days ago. And I've just been literally like, this is my worst nightmare ever. And it's been so painful, so sad. I was like, right when it happened on March 30th, of course I made a video about it. So I was kind of like just talking on the second channel that I have, the Luci Show, and stating like just kind of how upset I was and whatnot. And I was like, I'm not gonna cry. I did actually cry yesterday though. I was so sad. Like YouTube, Google made me cry. So, okay, right when it happened on March 30th, I woke up and all of a sudden my entire YouTube channel is just like gone. And I received an email, an email notifying me, and that's how I found out my entire YouTube channel was gone, saying, I know this might be upsetting news, but your entire YouTube channel has been terminated due to community guidelines, multiple community guideline violations. And I was just like, oh my God, I have never broken any community guidelines. I have never even received a warning that I have broken community guidelines. Like, how could I break community guidelines when I've never gotten a strike, I've never gotten a warning or of any sort? So like, I know I make very PG-13 content. I don't swear on my live streams or really any of my content. So I was just kind of like mind blown. So I'm like, okay, well, this is like, I've heard people got their channels suspended, deleted, and then like they can get it back, no big deal. So I was just like, I had all this hope in me, right? I had all this hope, and I was like, you know what? It's gonna be fine. Like, I'll just talk to them and I'm gonna appeal, because when you get that email saying that your YouTube channel is terminated, they give you in the email like your ability to appeal. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, it's not the end of the world. I can appeal, and you know, they'll know, right? Like, I was like, they'll know that I don't do anything bad in my channels. I should get my channel back. So I was just kind of like, had all this hope in me. And that's pretty much the only thing that was like driving me for the last like 10 days. I was very happy. Oh, I don't know what's going on TikTok right now, but everything's moving really quickly. I got LASIK done, obviously, for those of you guys that have been watching my videos for a while, but my eyesight's still not that great. So sorry if I can't see the chats, because I'm using two phones right now. I'm using one of my phones for my YouTube. I'm using one of my other phones for TikTok, and I have my laptop on Twitch. So please follow all of it. It's literally Living with Luci, Luci, for all of my platforms. And I literally have a platform everywhere. At least I'm trying to, ever since this whole YouTube thing happened to me. But the only one that I couldn't get that handle Living with Luci for was unfortunately Instagram, owned by Meta. So I'm just Living with Luci 123 on that. So everywhere else, it's just Living with Luci if you want to find me on other platforms. I'm also on OnlyFans, so check that out if you haven't already. But anyways, so I had all of this hope, right? And it was shattered. It was shattered within the span of these 10 days. Because first, right on March 30th, when I realized that my YouTube channel was terminated, I did the appeal, right? Right away. I appealed it, and I'm like thinking maybe it'll take like a week, maybe a month, I'll get an answer or something like that. And I started to do all this research, watching all these other YouTube channels, like, because obviously I'm thinking if somebody also had their YouTube channel deleted by accident, they would make a YouTube video about it, of course, and then upload it and talk about their experience. So I'm watching all of these videos. and these people's different experiences from like a year ago, from 6 months ago, even like one from within the same couple of days that I got my channel deleted. And everybody has these wild experiences, and luckily in the end they got their channels back. And that was hopium for me. I was like, oh my God, yes, like that's gonna happen to me too. And every single one of these YouTube videos had something in common. They all told me, like all of these people, and I don't blame them for it. Like I'm really glad for obviously like all the good support and everybody trying to help out and whatnot. Am I still on Twitch? Because I feel like on Twitch, I don't know if I messed it up. But I hope for whoever's on Twitch that it's still working. If you are on Twitch, let me know if it is working. Anyways, it seems like TikTok is really lit. Wow, I have 150 viewers on TikTok. I have 1 viewer on Twitch. That's why I'm not sure if I'm on Twitch, but thank you. Do you know who I am? I'm Patrick Wong. Hi, Computer Guy X. Thank you for confirming you are a viewer on Twitch. Thank you. Yes, I know who you are, of course. My Patreon. I also have Patreon, by the way. So I literally, like I said, I have every single platform, which I highly recommend you do if you are a content creator or you're getting started. Or hi there, Diamond Hand 69. Thank you for being a community member of the Luci Show for 17 months. Thank you. I hope I get my main channel back as well. So anyways, as I was stating, I'm putting out this video in hopes that, you know, anybody finds it useful, because I've been feeling really, really lost, and I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. Like what I had to go through in the last few days was just, oh, it was too much. So I hope that any of you guys that are watching this video, you find it helpful. But the first thing to do, I feel like if you want to make content for a very long time, is to back up your stuff. And I'm at full for that. I did not back up like my Living with Luci channel with the 35,000 subscribers that got deleted, got terminated. And that's because I thought, because I'm so careful, and because I don't swear in my videos, and because I don't do copyrighted content, I don't do anything bad, that I would never get my channel deleted. Well, guess what? I did. So even though I do keep some of my content, like if I made a song and I put it on YouTube and I really like it, like I'll save that. There's like so many live streams, so many short videos that are 8 minutes, 5 minutes, that I would love to have access to, but I can't because it's gone. So I highly recommend you guys not only to diversify, like they say with diversifying with your stocks and your portfolio, you should definitely diversify if you're gonna be a content creator, and have no regrets like me. But I was already diversifying my entire life, like ever since I started to do YouTube seriously, 2020, well, I was serious in 2020 when I started my channel again. But anyways, always diversify, because you never know when one of these platforms are going to mistakenly delete your channel, or maybe you actually did something bad and then they remove your channel and then you just kind of lose everything. So definitely diversify and have all the platforms possible. And I think it's just better that way. It helps you grow. It helps people, you know, get to know you. So definitely diversify, and then back up your stuff, which is something I now know. Like even if I am lucky enough to, in the end, get my YouTube channel back, I'm going to continue to back up my content. Maybe not the super long live streams if I feel like I don't ever want to watch that again, because some of my live streams on YouTube were like an hour long. So maybe I don't want to save those, but I do want to save the type of content that I know I want to look back at, like maybe 50 years from now, 60 years from now, I don't know. So that's what I learned from this whole thing. Back it up. Like it is worth it. It is worth it to buy like a 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 3 terabyte hard drive and just save some of your favorite content on there, because it's just like if it's for yourself, right? Or what if you only have one platform and it's YouTube, or you have TikTok, but then all of a sudden you get banned, right? Like we see this all the time. So in case you do get banned or you're removed or something like that, if you have all your content, you can always restart again. You can always post your contents elsewhere. And then that takes years, right? Like I have content, unfortunately, like I know I started to do YouTube again. Basically, I started YouTube when I was a kid, and I had my YouTube channel, the one that got deleted, since like 2009. Okay. Like I've had that channel for so long. That's why it's so heartbreaking. Not just the 35,000 subscribers, which of course is going to be hard to get again, but it's more painful for me that my own personal memories were on there. And I have videos from like when I was a kid, like singing, doing covers of music that I want to get back. And that's what's really, really important to me. So definitely protect yourselves. I hope that that doesn't happen to you. But where are we at? Like, so what's happening right now is, like I said, I was watching and doing my research, reading all these articles, going on Reddit, watching all these YouTube videos of all these YouTubers, which the same thing happened to, and they had their channel deleted and they got it back. And I was basically, in a sense, like convincing myself, like, oh, you know, like, don't worry about it. You're going to get it back as well. And all of these, pretty much all of these channels that I was watching all said one thing in common. And they were like, you know, instead of just appealing via email to the YouTube email that sent you and told you that you were terminated, instead of just responding to them, definitely contact and reach out to Twitter, YouTube on Twitter. Because you guys know there's Team YouTube on Twitter, and then there's like YouTube, and then there's like YouTube Studios, YouTube Creation, or whatever. There's like all these different types of YouTube platforms on Twitter. And all of these creators were recommending people to get their channels back to talk to Team YouTube on Twitter. So of course I did that, right? I go on Twitter and I'm like posting a very public message, obviously not like, you know, cussing anybody out, because I never do. I was just like, you know, point blank, like, I know I didn't deserve this. Like, this must have been a mistake. Please help out Team YouTube, at everybody that I could find at YouTube. So I did that on Twitter, and I did that on like March 30th, the day that I had my channel deleted. And it definitely did work. It caught attention. And then YouTube, Team YouTube, not YouTube, the YouTube handle on Twitter, but Team YouTube, which is what everybody on YouTube kind of recommended to talk to, they actually did end up DMing me, and we went back and forth. And I don't know to this day if it's a real person. I don't know, maybe I should have asked if I was talking to a real person. It probably was, I don't know. But it didn't really feel like a real human interaction. It just felt like, you know, very robotic, like I didn't really feel like any real human was there to, like, you know, kind of hold my hand through the situation. And I know this is not the fault of Team YouTube on Twitter, because it's a huge company, and I see people DMing them all over the place, all over Twitter, and I know it's very hard to keep up with, no matter how large of a team they have. So, like, I understand it's very, very hard in situations like this. But anyways, experience was not great. I know that they were trying to help, but to be honest, I think it just made everything more messy and more confusing. So this is what happened. On March 30th, after I got my channel deleted, I appealed. And FYI, if you ever get into a situation with your channel deleted, don't just appeal right away and write them back a message like I did, being an idiot. And I was all like, oh my God, I know this must have been a mistake. I never violated any of these community guidelines. I've never even received a strike. Just kind of like saying, I never did this, I never did that. And then I just sent it off. I wasn't like really good at it, you know, and I didn't do my research first before appealing. And I highly recommend you guys to like calm down and do your research and figure out what you want to say and structure it nicely before actually sending it off. Love you guys too. Thank you. So that's that. And I kind of like screwed up my appeal, I feel like, but whatever. I did my appeal. I didn't hear it back yet. I told YouTube on Twitter this. I was like, I did the appeal. I didn't hear back yet, but please, please, please help me, because, you know, this is really, like, I'm really, really sad about it. I would like my channel back. And I heard from other YouTubers who got their channel back that they talked to you, which is Team YouTube on Twitter. And they were like, okay, like, let me look into it for you. I'll get back to you. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. Like, I have this official, like, Twitter page that's owned by YouTube, that has like over 1 million followers, that's followed by like Marquise Brownlee, like all these big YouTubers that I follow. So I'm like, this is legit. This is legit. And I'm waiting. I have all my hope. A week later, they get back to me. Literally like 7 days later, they get back to me. And Team YouTube on Twitter says to me in a DM, hey, we looked into it and the update is that your account was hijacked. So I'm like, oh my God, yes. I was like, if it's hijacked, that means 100% it's not my fault for breaking the community guidelines. It must have been the people who hijacked my account. Like, that's it. End of story. Like, give me my channel back. And then they gave me a link and they were like, go into the, like, this is all through Twitter DMs, okay? And don't just respond back or click into any links for anybody on any DMs. I double, triple checked like 8 times. And I clicked into Team YouTube on Twitter just to make sure that it was actually verified and that it was followed by people that are verified that I follow. But anyways, once I verified all of that, I actually clicked into the link. It was actually a very long form and I filled out the entire form. Okay, I had like all this personal information clearly proving that I own the channel, right? And I'm like, thank God. I'm gonna get my channel back, right? Like they said it was hijacked, like this official team said it was hijacked, like I'm gonna get it back. No, I fill out the form and then Team YouTube on Twitter sends me a message and says, you know, you're gonna get a response back within 1 business day from like support YouTube or something. And I was like, oh, okay, that's really quick, but sure. So I fill it out, and within 2 hours, I get back an email, and it says, hi, Lucy, we've looked through your information, and it turns out that there is no suspicious activity, basically telling me there's no hijacking, and basically telling me nothing about giving me my channel back. So I'm like, what? And then I take all that and like at this point, you guys gotta know, I am looking on Team YouTube on Twitter's page, like I'm like stalking them every day. Like I am literally looking at their page every single day to be like, oh my God, maybe this is happening to like 1,000 other people, and I'm just, you know, in with the group, and eventually we're all gonna be saved. And I see their pin message, and you guys can go check it out right now. It's probably pinned or like in their recent messages or in their recent posts. Team YouTube on Twitter literally did a screenshot about this email, which is being spoofed. So there's like an email, if you're a YouTuber, you always get no reply from YouTube, no reply at YouTube or something like that.com. Anyways, do your own DD, don't quote me for everything I'm saying. This is just off of memory. But basically, Team YouTube, on their Twitter page, you can see that they're like warning people. They're like, oh my God, there's lots of phishing emails. Be careful. Just because it's like looks legit, like the email looks legit, don't actually just trust them. And I was like, okay, like it sounds to me like it's just a total mess over there right now. And I see all of the messages of people being like, my channel got deleted, my channel got hacked, like help me this, help me that. So I already knew it was a mess. And then so then at this point, knowing that they're spoofing emails, I wasn't even sure if I could trust the email that I just got telling me that I did not actually get hijacked. So just so much mind-boggling banana work. And then I take that information. I don't click into any of the links from the email that says they're from YouTube or from Google telling me that I wasn't hijacked. I just shot it. And then I sent it to the Twitter team, again, the Twitter Team YouTube people. And I was like, is this legit? Like, they're telling me that I wasn't hijacked, but you just told me that I was hijacked. And I wait. They're like, oh, hold on, we're gonna look into it. They come back at me later, like a few days later, and they're like, unfortunately, we looked into it, and you can look back at the email at all the information that was given to you. But like basically telling me like that's that. And I'm like, what? So basically, I'm like, this makes no sense. And then afterwards, I just kept talking to Team YouTube on Twitter. And I was like, I don't understand. You told me it was hijacked. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, and now you're saying you looked into it and it was actually not hijacked. And that now I supposedly broke community guidelines, which was originally the email that I had received for the termination of my channel. It's like, why didn't you just tell me that first? Because I already told you that. Like in the beginning of my conversation with Team YouTube, it had already said that I got an email and my channel got terminated because I broke community guidelines. So like, why did we go in this whole circle? Why did I have to fill out that whole form? Like none of this made sense. So I was just like so frustrated yesterday, as you can understand. Like when I found out that they told me I actually broke community guidelines, and this is the exact community guideline that I broke. I clicked into it. This is through Twitter. I clicked into it, and the community guideline, hi there, Mega Brain. Sorry guys, I want to say hi to everyone, but I can't see every single comment. Thank you for those of you guys that are following on Twitch. Much appreciated. I know I have so many platforms, so if you want to support, definitely click into my link tree, or I don't know, go on to my Twitter page, which is at Living with Lucy, and you can see all of my different platforms. Please follow on every single one of them. I'm like on every single platform nearly every day. So definitely follow if you have not already. But anyways, so yesterday I was just like in so much shock. I swear to God, I thought I was gonna like have a stroke or something. Like my whole face just went red. I like could not speak. I was just so angry. Like, if you could feel, like, have you ever had the saying of having your blood boil? That was me. my blood was like literally boiling. I was so mad. And I didn't even know who to be mad at, because there's not like a physical person to be mad at, because I felt, and I still do believe, that this is just an algorithm issue, because I watched so many YouTube videos where similar issues happened, and it was to other YouTubers exactly like me who has never received a strike, never broken community guidelines, and actually very similar to me, says flag like red word, like flaggable words basically. I'm not even gonna say it. HACKING. Spell it out yourselves. So I say those words a lot because I'm trying to warn my viewers when we talk about, you know, crypto and accounts and portfolios and whatnot. So I was like thinking most likely that could have been it, because I used those words, and that was part of the community violations. Part of the community violations, the issues that could have happened to me for termination of account. So anyways, when Team YouTube sent me this and I read it, it was like, you would have to like bully, harass, talk about like, I don't know, like oh wait, hold on. So you have to like talk about basically unliving yourself and all these like really, really depressing things in order to be considered a bad channel and have your channel deleted. So I was like, none of these things fit me still. And I was just like at a loss. And then I tried to appeal again, right? Because I saw that other YouTubers said that they would just go appeal. Okay, wait, what is happening with my Twitch? I don't know how people do Twitch. I literally, like, I probably have to watch a YouTube video on how people do Twitch, because I suck. But anyways, I ended up just having like 10 minutes of like, I don't want to do anything. I'm so depressed. Like, I just can't. I can't deal with anybody right now. And I was almost losing hope, because I'm like, I tried to appeal again. I tried to appeal on the email that was originally sent to me that my YouTube channel was terminated. And I tried to do another appeal. And then right away I got an email back at like basically 12 a.m. in the morning. And I'm like, how the heck are they responding back to me about bad things so quickly? And then they were like, no, you can't appeal again, because we know that you already appealed and it was denied. So I was like, how did I appeal and it was denied when I never actually received an email saying, you know, you say that your YouTube channel never broke any community guidelines, but really it did. Like, I didn't receive an email like that. So that I calmed down and I was like, you know what? I still want to fight for my channel. I basically just went wild and just messaged a bunch of stuff to Team YouTube. So I apologize for that. I don't know if it's a real person over there at Team YouTube, but sorry for sending in a whole bunch of messages when I was emotionally drained. But I was never rude. I just sent in a bunch of messages stating like, please help me. This, and this is the reasons why I believe that I was actually mistakenly picked up by the YouTube algorithm to be terminated, because I say certain words that might have triggered it. But it's not really me breaking any of the community guidelines, because I'm not asking people to do bad things. I'm not asking people to steal. I'm not asking people to do like anything bad that was on the list that they said I violated. So anyways, and then they didn't respond. So Team YouTube has pretty much just, they're ignoring me now, but that's cool. That's fine. So I was like, oh my God, I need to try something else. I'm not gonna lie, I was this close to be like, today I was gonna, because that was happened all yesterday, I was gonna just like go to like a Google headquarters or something. Like, I was so pissed. But I decided not to. And I went on Google support. So I go on Google support, and on Google support, they ask you like, what are you trying to talk about? Like, what do you need service for? And then I actually used the URL of my channel that was deleted, and I put it in, and I thought that no one would talk to me because it's a terminated channel. But luckily someone actually did respond back. So I'm talking to this YouTube support agent, and this person's name is Richard. I love you so much. I highly doubt they'll ever be able to see this, but oh my God, this person. First, like when this person answered and they were like, hi, like Google support, what can I help you with? I was like, are you a real person? Because I need to talk to like a real person. And then they're like, yes, I'm a real live support agent. I was like, thank God. I could finally talk to a real life human being that can respond back to me properly. Like, I know ChatGPT is the future and whatnot, but like, no thank you. I need to talk to a real human for situations like this, because clearly robots aren't helping me out. But anyway, so this live agent, oh my God, like literally brought me back to life. I'm not even kidding. Like, I was in tears before I started talking to him. So I told him the whole situation. I sent him all the screenshots. I was like, this is what happened. I got my channel terminated. And then I talked to Team YouTube. And then they told me this, that it was hijacked. And then they told me it wasn't hijacked. And then they told me that I broke community guidelines, actually. And then they told me these are the type I broke. And I was like, I just don't really understand. Can you please tell me what's happening with my channel? Can I please appeal like a second time? And then he was like, he found so confusing. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna like basically report this. Is what I told him about like Team YouTube and then the emails that I got saying that like basically it was GG for me didn't really make sense. And it also made no sense that like they said it was hijacked and then it wasn't hijacked. But whatever. This person was so extremely helpful because all this time of me trying to appeal, talking to Team YouTube on Twitter, nobody actually told me what the heck I did. Which video triggered the algorithm, which video violated the policy. And this person, this Google support, was actually able to tell me. So the last video that I made, I don't know if you guys remember this, but it was on Living with Luci. It was a live stream. I talked about Elon Musk. I talked about Dogecoin, which I always do, and it's in like literally a billion of my other titles for live streams. And I talked about the $84 that I paid for my Twitter subscription for Twitter Blue. So that video, my friends, I took one for the team, got my channel deleted basically. And that's what the person says. He's like, I looked through the whole thing and that is the only thing you broke. That is the only thing that you violated. So he's like, I hope you can remember the contents of that video because it's terminated. He's like, but the good news is, he's like, from my end, I can see that your appeal was actually never answered. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's actually in progress. You didn't receive a deny or an acceptance or anything like that yet. So the original bad email, the appeal that I did when I first got my channel deleted on March 30th, 2023, actually just didn't get a response. And basically all this stuff that I did with Twitter, with YouTube on Twitter, which just basically gave me a headache for no reason because I didn't even need to do that. I mean, like, they basically led me in a loop and I filled out all those forms for nothing because he was like, when you appeal, that appeal is in process and all that other stuff you did with the hijacking, that's a different department. And he's like, and you weren't hijacked. Because he was like, there is a chance, but have hope. And still, you have hope. You need to first receive a response from the community guidelines. Like, did you deserve basically to have your channel deleted? The community guidelines, please like recheck, basically have a person review it. So that made me really happy. But I was like, okay, what if they deny it? Like, what do I do if they deny it? And I'm like, I swear to God, like I didn't break any of the community guidelines. And now that you tell me it's that video, and I read basically like avoid payment of things, right? Like if you're gonna talk about stuff of like, hey, use this app and then, you know, you can avoid payment, blah, 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 blah. Like those are things you should not say. And I feel like that video that I did, because I specifically said, this is literally on the news everywhere, and Elon Musk tweets about it. All I said was, I paid $84 for my Twitter Blue. And you can also do the same thing because I used to pay through Apple and I was paying more money through Apple. Hi, DiamondHand69 on TikTok. So that's all I did. That's all I said. I was literally just repeating what was on the news, telling people, hey, this is a cheaper way to pay for your Twitter Blue subscription if you do want to do that. Like that could have possibly triggered it because maybe the algorithm thought that I was saying like, hey, this is the way to cheat. When that's not the way to cheat. That is literally what Elon Musk posts in order for people to do it that way. Like you could do that on any other platform. So I'm just so mind blown that was the video. And now I am traumatized forever because I feel like I will never be able to do another YouTube video. I could do it on Twitch. No offense, I don't really care. But I can never do another YouTube video if I even do get my channel back or any of these videos ever again. I feel like without being super, super careful on like all the words that I say, like all these flaggable words and all these conversations that could possibly get my channel deleted again. So I'm like, oh, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy that the Google support team was so awesome. I was like, literally, I don't think this man understood what I was saying to him. I was like, I was like, okay, so if I do get denied, can I talk to you again? Like, can I talk to you? And then he was like, yeah, you could come back to us at any time. So I don't think he understood. I was like, you are amazing. Bless you. Like, I just wanted to reach out to the same person again, to help me out if in case I do get my channel deleted, like forever, if they deny me. But the good thing is right now I'm literally just waiting. I'm waiting to see if I get accepted or if I get denied. And actually he was giving me hope, like, hey, you know what, like, even if you're denied, just come right back to us. Like, basically he's telling me I don't have to try to do another appeal. I don't have to go to Twitter, YouTube through Twitter. I don't have to go through the emails. I should just go back to Google support and then talk to Google support and tell Google support that the first one didn't go through. What are my reasonings? So it made me so happy. And I felt like this person really did try to help me out and was fully explaining things really properly. I don't know. I'm so happy. Thank you, Richard. Anyways, guys, that's the update. But I believe that everything happens for a reason. So, like, you know, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine. I'm still going to be really, really upset if I get it terminated and then I try to appeal again if it still doesn't work. But I do believe that everything happens for a reason. I am very happy that, you know, this taught me a lesson to save my own content, even though I already do, but I want to save more of it just in case any of this stuff happens. And I'm glad that I'm diversifying more. And I opened up my Twitch account and my OnlyFans account during this whole process. So show some love. Definitely check out my links down below if you're on YouTube. TikTok, I think you have to click into my bio or check out my bio. Everything's just Living with Luci with an Luci. And thank you to Twitch, all of you guys. I'm gonna go. Peace out. See you soon. Wish me luck on getting my channel back, and I'll see